Item number SCP-5156. Index Tally All. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The house in which SCP-5156 is located has been converted into Provisional Site 289 under the guise of government protection of a historical building. Civilians are permitted to observe and photograph SCP-5156 under this pretense. Image. Doorway to SCP-5156. Most pictured furnishings are the result of its containment by Foundation personnel and were not present until initial discovery. Description: SCP-5156 is a pocket universe accessible via a doorway located in the basement of an abandoned house in Stratford-upon-Avon, England. The doorway is inlaid into the wall, and geological analysis confirms that the space behind the doorway is completely filled by earth. The area accessed by this doorway is a 400-meter cubic space bordered by walls, a ceiling, and floor, all made of the same brick material. These bricks have been anomalously altered or are of anomalous origin, and cannot be destroyed by any known methods. SCP-5156 is populated by exactly 10,000 identical rhesus macaque monkeys, scientific name Macaca mulata, collectively designated SCP-5156-1. All of them are biologically immortal and do not require any other form of nourishment. Each instance of SCP-5156-1 is seated at a desk with a typewriter and will constantly strike random keys. The only case where these instances will move from their seats is if a human or other entity attempts to harm or remove an SCP-5156-1 instance, in which case all instances will immediately attack the individual with deadly force. Otherwise, all instances remain passive and have no regard for humans or any other living creatures. The typewriters used by each SCP-5156-1 instance are able to access an infinite supply of ink, and whenever a typewriter's page is finished, it will be set aside by its respective SCP-5156-1 instance, and a new page will manifest in the typewriter. These pages will disappear a few moments after being removed. While most pages contain complete nonsense, occasionally an SCP-5156-1 instance will type out a cohesive word or set of words. Since containment of SCP-5156 has been established, one page has been created which is entirely understandable, written in Italian. Note: there are several grammatical and spelling errors, but the central idea of the page as a whole is comprehensible. Upon the creation of the aforementioned page, it manifested in a wooden basket in the center of SCP-5156, on top of two other pages, each of which contains similarly cohesive content. Transcriptions of these pages are available upon request. Addendum 5156.1 Discovery. The basement in which the doorway to SCP-5156 is located was formerly barred off and hidden, and was only recently discovered by a small group of historians researching the home. They initially intended on publishing their findings, but were discovered by Foundation personnel before they could do so. Members of the team were administered Class C amnestics and were left with the memories and data of only the non-anomalous portions of the house to satiate any curiosity or suspicion regarding their investigation plans. The house itself was placed under Foundation supervision and SCP-5156 was contained. Investigation of the house revealed very little information about its previous owners, save for a single letter found inside one of the bedrooms. My known leaf friend, if I overcome my fear and send this message, I know we've conversed much about our futures and what we are capable of accomplishing. Whilst I have the utmost faith in thy talent and ability, I at each moment lacked thy creativity. However, recently I found something which hath changed that completely. I've come across a grand design, and within I've discovered many pages of curious origin, which I intend on publishing anon. I know not how long this grand design hath been functioning, but rest assured it hath been long enow to issue forth a multitude of work and concepts, which I intend upon releasing as mine own work. I dare not specify any further for fear of discovery, but This is a discovery graced by God. I give you all the most wondrous, my known leaf cousin, and pray this brings fortune on my house. Your bosom companion, William Shakespeare.